Oh. Now? Oh. So, wait, are you gonna have like an intro on the video that explains at least something of what's going on?
Nope, you're the intro.
Fuck. So, we have a bunch of servers out there that need to get moved down there. And I don't want to disassemble them because they're generally a pain and stop working when you disassemble them. So we're going to move them down in one massive unit at a time. These, like each of these big things is around 400 pounds. That one is around 300 pounds. So we have a winch that just runs off of a 120 volt outlet. And a few 2x4s here for it to secure to, so we can just let it down the stairs. I guess we'll see how it goes.
When you get to the business end over here.
You're not going down there. That's dangerous. Remember, this thing weighs like 300 pounds.
Yep.
Alright.
Okay. Aboard. Aboard.
I can't pull it back up.
Okay, maybe I can help push it.
Just shove it in as hard as you can.
I can't do it.
Well, don't hold the thing. Actually, no. You shouldn't need to push on it at all. Just lift it up when it needs it. Alright. Oh,
What was the plan here? Want me to just
hold on to the cart and make sure it doesn't slide too much.
Okay. Too much friction on the wood.
Oh.
So it's not like sliding nicely.
Alright. Do it on angle. Oh yeah, it's way easier. So, this thing isn't actually a server. It's really just a hard drive enclosure, and it currently has 73.5-inch hard drives inside of it. When it's on, just running, it pulls about 1,000 watts just because of all the hard drives in it. And it just attaches through these external mini SAS connectors here to some kind of server. In our case, it's a blade system. And the hard drives in this are assigned to 8 different blades. So.
There you go. That was the easy one.
Well, yeah.
Watch that cable.
Oh, I see it. That's it.
There is a lot of tension. I need to pull it back up. You need to brace it on a stair, and then maybe I can do it.
All right, do it. We'll just slide it from one to the other.
There you go. I'll keep this one from sliding.
Thank you.
Yeah, now what?
Wood.
Wood. I don't condone that.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Cool. Oh, you know, we could just leave that on there.
If you don't need it for anything else.
No, usually what I use them for is moving servers. All right, cool.
Point like neck, I have nobody to cheat on. Repeat, I reset.
So, because I didn't like plan this shoot, there's no narration for this part. It's essentially just shots of us loading and unloading this truck. So I'm just going to narrate it to the best I can. I'm just going to do the best I can here. So this ramp we stole off the college's box truck. We just kind of walked up in the middle of the night, unbolted it, loaded the truck, and then bolted it back on, and no one seemed to care. So that was nice. Wesley's like, "Oh, I work for facilities. It'll be fine." And I guess it was. That's good. Ah, here's Luke. He's here to supervise it first, but then he helps. That's nice. We were just talking about it, trying to figure out. Hey, we figured it out. We got it up there. Some great camera work by me. Just random cuts in the footage. Here we are, moving the third server. Wesley's getting a little warm. Can you blame him? This is a lot of metal. Honestly, I just want to be done editing this. This is just... There's no structure to this. Here's my favorite shot of the entire project, where my camera's just precariously perched on top of his truck cab. We're all just staring at it, waiting for it to fall. Luckily, the battery died first, so here comes an abrupt cut. There it is. Nice. So, speaking of sketchy, the truck's alternator didn't work. So we had to charge it up with the Volkswagen. Can you believe it? The alternator didn't work, so it wasn't charging the battery like an alternator should, so here we are charging it. Took a while, battery was quite dead. Yay, the truck moves. So here we are, driving with the tailgate open. Thousands of dollars of server equipment just waiting to fall out at a moment's notice. What a great way to spend spring break. So here we are pulling over just to make sure that the lines are secure, and they weren't. It's a good thing we pulled over. I mean, we weren't in any immediate danger, but the last thing we want is that box truck ramp just flying off and decapitating Luke, which we don't want no matter what we say. So we're just going to finish the journey here. Gotta say, watching the dial of the battery voltage in that truck just slowly approach 9, the lights were dimming. I think you can even see in this shot. That's not the exposure of the camera changing, folks. That's the actual battery on the truck dying. So much so that here we are charging it. And now we're unloading it. The small one first. First and last out. Now we're 4 strong. Too many cooks? I don't remember. I don't know if anyone could have helped. It's just so much metal. It's just so much metal, and I just don't want to edit this video anymore. Just release me. That's why I'm just speeding up this footage. It's so boring. Look at this. Move server, moving the server down the ramp. Wesley's just like, oh, why don't we make a YouTube video about this innovative new way to move servers? You know, because usually you disassemble them and it's a big pain because they're HP blade systems. And I'm like, oh yeah, sure, I'd love to do that. I love editing footage and whatnot. And so I did, and got no narration except for that little bit in the first part, so that's really my fault. I probably should have planned this more. Well, here's the last box. Look at that great way. We're just... You think these are damaged now? Just wait. I don't recommend doing it this way. This whole enterprise, I don't know why we didn't think that this was a bad idea to begin with, but it's a bad idea. Did it work? Well, sure. It worked. Everything turned on except for like 2 blades, but I mean, that's to be expected. They're HP blades, which I'm told are really finicky. Here's some more needless footage that I could have cut it out, but again, it's like 4 in the morning. I just want to go to bed. I just want to go to bed. I want to finish editing this. I just want to go to bed. Oh, we're gonna move the last thing there. We just left these servers here for like weeks, if I remember correctly. I'm probably being hyperbolic, but no one wants to steal those. I mean, come on. All right, the next part's more exciting, I promise.
Amazing.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should measure the door jam.
I promise I know what I'm doing.
That doesn't... Alright.
So, I'm gonna purposefully cut this over.
Sure.
This way I can trim it down to be exactly, so we have to kind of almost hammer it in. Bit over just like I want. Perfect. Alright, now just do another one.
Another one.
Make sure this fits together. Cool.
Is that the plan? And
Yeah.
you're screw them together?
Yep. Get some other scrap wood, screw them together, then wrap the chain around it and add the winch to it.
Alright.
Also, Tucker, so you know, for your future reference, you see how I'm hooking this through like that?
Yeah.
Never do it like this.
Okay.
So you know if you ever need chains again. Because it's like puts a ton of force on this part of the one that's not designed for it. Yeah.
It'll probably shear apart.
If you put enough load on it, yeah.
Sure.
So, just so you know if that's ever useful to you.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess I'm narrating this too. So we're trying to get it up the second flight of stairs. Usual wench way, you know. Just trying to get it out without damaging the floor too much. So at this point we realize that we can't make it all the way up, and the incline is too steep for us to pull the server up ourselves, so we're going to tie off the server chassis and everything in it with a chain, hook it to the stairs, let the chain hold the weight while we move the chain that's holding the winch back. Now while we're doing this, what you can't see is that the way we have this tied actually bent in those handles in the back. It's merely cosmetic. It won't damage like the, you know, electronic components. But, you know, just friendly reminder that these things do bend. They're not made of, I mean, they are made of metal, but yeah, you can only ask for so much. So now we've moved it back. We attach it to the winch again, and bippity boppity boop. Getting over this hump was really hard because the winch had a really hard time pulling it level with itself. Again, you can only ask so much of, you know, winches. It's a small handheld one too. I'm sure if you have a bigger one, it would do much better, much better. You need to assist it on this last bit here, and you really don't want to straddle it like Wesley's doing there, because that's just a bad idea. A myriad of things could go wrong. Oh, almost. You almost got it. I'm just excited because I'm almost done editing this thing. There's not a lot of footage left, and I have used all of the footage. I think we just kind of gave up at recording at this point. That's why there's not much footage left of Phase 3. I said it wasn't going to be boring. I was mistaken. Good. Obviously, those cables will still hold. It's just bent.
Yeah, that's fair.
Bent back the other way around. Cool. And now it's just a matter of pushing it into the server frame, or the rack, I guess, as some people would call it. This one was the easiest because it was floor level, but with all of the servers, we basically reached the mechanical load limit of that floor, so that's it. That's all the footage I have. Bye.